Landlords, as many of you are aware of the Emergency Rental Assistance Program in New York State, it's a program where your tenant applies for rental assistance and you apply for rental assistance. And then the state of New York will determine 4, 5, 6 months later or longer whether or not you're going to get any funding. But now there's a new program called the Landlord Rental Assistance Program that opened up about 3 or 4 days ago, early part of October 2021. But there's quite a few catches to this program, and those catches are: this is the Landlord Advocates, where we help landlords become better landlords. I'm your host, Matthew Lyman, coming to you from the Melanie Lodge in Speculator, New York. Welcome. Before we get into those catches, landlords, a few things I want to tell you. The LRAP program so far, as of the early part of October, has made 63,000 payments to landlords, totaling about $804 million. Question is, where are they going to come up with more money to pay the landlords who have applied? Because so far, over 208,000 applications are on file with the state for landlords and tenants seeking assistance from this program. Where are they going to come up with the money? They're still having tenants apply, knowing full well by the time they get to the window, there's going to be no money left to give to the landlord. Why? Only because this will allow the court to stall the eviction until a determination is made whether or not you will get any money from a pool of money that does not exist. Now, with the Landlord Rental Assistance Program, the application process is quite similar to that of LRAP, only your tenant is not involved, only you are. Now, to apply for that money, the rent must be at or below 150% of the fair market rent for your county. You will see here that we have descriptions and the amounts of what the fair market rent is based upon family size, bedroom size for your county. Look that over and you will be able to determine whether or not you will qualify. Most of you will qualify. Now, another catch is that this program is only open to landlords for the first 45 days who have 20 units or less. After that, the program opens up to every other landlord. Now, this program is only funded with $125 million. Sounds like a lot of money, but in reality it's not. When you look at how many tenants have absconded, left your apartment without paying you the rent. Now, this is only for tenants who have either left the apartment without paying you the rent or actually still in residence in your apartment, in your dwelling, in your home, in your mobile home, in your single-family house that rents out rooms, but who refuse to apply for LRAP. If they don't apply, you can apply for the Landlord Rental Assistance Program. Sounds all well and good, but here is where we have a problem with the Landlord Rental Assistance Program. The protections that tenants get under LRAP, which we have a video up above that you will be able to see, that will explain to you the protections that they have, are also given to those tenants who refuse to apply for LRAP. Why are they refusing? Could it be because they make more than enough money to pay the rent? And when the government finds that out, they will be on the hook to pay all of the rent that they owe you? Is it because they don't want to give the government any information whatsoever because they have more people living in the apartment or the dwelling than what they should? It brings up many reasons why in your mind as to why they're not willing to apply. Our argument being is that the protections that they get, you can't raise the rent for a year, you cannot charge late fees for a year, you cannot evict for non-payment of rent for whichever the program does not cover, which is 12 months, starting from March of 2020, and that's what they owe you going forward. Now, the aggravating part about that is in March of 2020, we know, doing the math, simple arithmetic, from March of 2020 to October of 2021 is more than 12 months. So they may cover you that time frame. If they cover you in that time frame, you should be able to evict the amount of rent that is not covered in that time frame. But the part that is so aggravating is that these tenants get these protections, even though they are not willing to participate in the emergency rental assistance program. Why should these tenants be given the protections under the program of LRAP and Landlord Rental Assistance, LRAP, when they refuse to participate? Why? Also, it calls into question, when you apply for LRAP, more than likely you will not be able to evict your tenant until a determination has been made if you qualify for the back rent. Now, the other thing that you must provide to the state, on top of the other requirements under LRAP that coincide with LRAP, you must show the government that you have given your tenant notification about LRAP, not once, not twice, but 3 times, twice in writing and once verbally, that you have informed the tenants regarding LRAP and about how to apply. What more do you have to do? Roll out red carpet? Throw rose petals at their feet? Feed them with grapes and fan them? What more do you have to do to have these tenants apply for LRAP? Especially when they're getting the rent paid for free by taxpayers. What more do you have to do? Now you have to prove to the government that you notified them of this. When that happens, is the government going to verify this? How long will that take? We're just looking at another type of an eviction moratorium. It's great for you landlords when the tenants have left, but not for the ones who are still in residence. Now the question also is asked, and we believe that this program, LRAP, Landlord Rental Assistance Program, will not provide you funding for those tenants who have been evicted through a court of law. It may have been determined by the court that you are not entitled to a judgment, or you may have received a partial judgment. So we do not believe that LRAP, Landlord Rental Assistance Program, will cover rents for those tenants who have been evicted. Only for those who have left in the middle of the night owing you rent money, and for those who are in residence who refuse to apply. It's unbelievable that this is happening to us. Yes, the money is there. Yes, hopefully a lot of us will see it. But how long will it take? And why are we being held to these oppressive regulations by the state? And why are tenants being given the protections under these programs when they refuse to apply for LRAP? You are condoning their behavior by refusing to enroll in the program. That is disappointing. That is wrong. It is very wrong. Landlords, as you well know, we here at the Landlord Advocates are here for you. We're here with you. We ask that you subscribe to our channel. We ask that you leave comments below, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, so that you will be made aware of future videos that we are producing to help you become a better landlord. We are here again at the Melody Lodge in Speculator, New York. Until then, landlords, take care.